I was going to survive it, how my family was going to survive it, how I was going to lead my family, how I was going to love my family through this. And it was literally like this black hole I just felt like I was being sucked into. And this is the guy who's written The Great Adventure, and we're going to saddle up our horse and, ride and trust God into the glorious unknown. But I was like, but not here, not this valley, not this deep of a valley. And I remember just feeling like I was being just kind of sucked into a black hole of just despair, and I would probably not ever make it out from that alive, as I said in that song. Sometimes not sure how we would make it out alive. And in that moment, and many moments since then, and many moments in those earliest days and weeks and months, but in the last 8 years, there was a decision, but it was really not a decision that I was even capable of making, but it was God's grace and His goodness. But the only thing that could come to my mind was a song a friend of mine had written, and it was "Blessed Be Your Name." And I would just whisper it, and I would scream it, and I would go where nobody could hear me, and I'd scream until my voice was gone. And I really didn't care if I didn't have a voice anymore to sing, because I wasn't sure I would ever be able to sing anything else again. But I just, in those moments, would just say, God, I'm gonna trust you, and I'm gonna worship you, even though that doesn't make any sense. And when I did, it was the only thing that made sense. And in fact, I would realize this later when I would read about Nebuchadnezzar and how when he lifted his eyes to heaven, he says, my sanity returned. It literally was what kept me, I believe, sane, and kept me alive, kept me breathing, kept my family, and me taking the next step and the next breath was just saying, God, I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to worship you. And I began to go back to the Psalms in my kind of just desperation, and I began to realize that so many of those Psalms that, in a way, I felt like, gosh, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, if I'm really connecting with this. I began to realize how many of those really wonderful Psalms about your love is better than life began with, how long, O Lord? Are you going to forget me forever? Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like, God, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to survive this. And I really, if I'm just honest, frighteningly honest for a Southern Baptist, legalistic kid, if I just got real honest, God, I'm not sure I'm anywhere on your radar right now. But I'm going to worship you, and I'm going to trust you. And as quickly as I would do that, the very next breath, I would take a breath, and I had more oxygen. I had more breath, and I had a little bit of clarity. There was just I could see it. A little sanity would return to my brain, I felt like. And then I could say, God, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to worship you. And then it was like the next breath, I even had a little bit more. And then a little bit of time would pass, and I'd start going crazy again, and the darkness would kind of come in. And then somewhere in the midst of that, I would just begin again to say, God, I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to worship you. And I would sing this. You guys sing it with me. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes and Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. that you are faithful. When you give and take, and I will trust you, and my heart it will choose to say, blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be your glorious name. Amen.